Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Broncos going up against the 49ers. So with that, let's get right out to the stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis have the call on this Week 4 matchup.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll run for the first time with Hill, and he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere, a loss of yardage.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Adams has it complete. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go!
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Crowder now to return. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They come out here in the eye. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. Still on his feet. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Again, Anderson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
This is fielded at the 7. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Again, it's Hill. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They come out here in the eye.
1, 9.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second up.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last drive, 3-and-out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
2nd down now after the incompletion. From from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The play clock's running down. Here's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll hand it off now. Hill. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Navarro Bowman makes anyone's short list for the best linebackers in the game.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Come on, let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 yards for number 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Oh, good hurdle. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. In the backfield is Anderson. Throwing, Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Anderson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. In the backfield is Anderson. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Zebra. Ready. 380. Dagger.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try. And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right? That's anything inside 40. Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better. And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. This is Hill fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points. They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it. He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quentin Coples in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So the D-line's going to spread out. 2nd down, Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Dalton now to pass. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quentin Coples in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again. No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. Sure. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm.
But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
He'll look to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to the booth right after this. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Caught on the right side by Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Third down now following the completed pass. They come up in an offset eye. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Rashid Hageman coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
In the backfield is Anderson. He's going to get the football. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Denver.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Thomas, the man in motion left.
Zebra.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 44 yards away. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamison Crowder, 101 yards. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now back to throw. And that's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. So Dalton now. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They set up the screen to Hill. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. What? 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. What? 9. What?
Now a 10th carry for Hill. Oh, what a move. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
To throw now on 1st down. The left side throw complete to Adams. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup. And the 49ers are going to get a first. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the 2nd half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Zebra. Ready, 380.
They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Third down and 3. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. The slot man in motion right. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second down, Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some room to roam now. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're operating in the red zone. Shift together here from the D-line.
Set, 5-20.
Toss play. This is Anderson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. On the give, this is their fullback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on second and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Ready, 380, 380. Set.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote.